Saludos, estamos aquí en el fan. No, not the fan show. What do we call it? TexAgs Rewind.
The good fan show?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The better version of the new fan show.
Let me just go ahead and redo that intro, but we'll keep this part as a part of this intro. It is TexAgs Rewind presented by T-Mobile. They want to remind you to visit T-Mobile.com/acrossamerica to learn how you can get value and coverage through T-Mobile. What are we doing here? What is this? You guys are like, whatever.
We are making fun of you.
We absolutely.
So I've learned on the internet, you can be a lot less formal.
It's nice.
Why are you sitting like, so
you're educating me what you learned on the internet.
We're being very judgy.
Well, I can tell. I felt the vibe here. So you know what? I'll talk and do the talking here on TexAgs.
What did you learn on the interwebs?
I learned that Stephen McGee says that's bullcrap, and you have to wait and watch the video to find out what was bullcrap in his eyes. Good stuff, as always. Appreciate Stephen McGee. And we also had Coach Schloss on here getting ready for that Kentucky series that starts later on tonight, actually, a late game. Aaron Torres got into a little scuffle with J.J. Redick on Twitter. We talked about that, and also college basketball's top 25. And Brian Kortan talking a little men's golf. They'll be at Traditions this weekend for the Aggie Invitational, and the fan show guys are here. And, yeah, don't pay attention to them. With Stephen McGee. Stephen, what's bullcrap?
It's Masters Week. I don't have a bullcrap for you guys. It's my favorite golf season of the year. Sit back, get to watch the greatest to ever do it in any sport, Tiger Woods. I'm pumped. I have nothing bad to say this week.
I like that.
Coach, I'd like to go ahead and switch gears and look to this weekend now. Obviously, Kentucky's in town. What kind of challenges do you expect from the Wildcats this weekend at Olsen Field?
Well, they got some unknowns on the mound. They lost their Friday night starter, I think, a couple weeks ago to an injury. They have one a lefty that's starting on Sunday that's been a consistent, Saturday, the third game of the series. That's been really good for them. His ERA is not great, but I'm sitting here looking, he's got more strikeouts than innings pitched. I think it's going to be a weekend. Just reading the stats, they haven't really announced the rotation that we're going to see multiple pitchers and multiple innings, which can, that can, when you don't get to see a pitcher more than once or twice through a lineup, that can really, if those guys are effective, that can really beat down an offense. They're 35 for 39 in stolen bases, so that's a really great percentage. They're hitting almost 300 as a team with 31 homers, and so normally a Kentucky team coached by that staff is normally really offensive. They beat Ole Miss 2-1, won the games last week. So, to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what to expect. We played them when I was at TCU to open the season in 2000, the COVID year, and they had a really good club then. So, I mean, it's going to be your normal SEC, beat down of every single game. I'm sure coming down to the last inning.
With it being your first kind of test of doing the Thursday, Friday, Saturday series as opposed to the normal Friday, Saturday, Sunday set, with the 8 o'clock game tonight, first of all, are you a coffee or energy drink guy? And then second of all, what have you done to get your guys on a different schedule now that you have to play this game on Thursday night?
Yeah, I've actually never tasted coffee. Wow. I'm not a big fan of the smell. I'm not a big fan of the smell of it, and I don't. Every now and then, you know how you'll go to a restaurant and they have the mint, and I'm a big mint guy. So I'll grab a handful, and every now and then, I think it's maybe Cracker Barrel, or one of those places where you grab them and it's like the coffee flavored thing, and that doesn't suit well with me. So, much to the chagrin of my primary care doctor, I am a 1, sometimes 2 energy drink a day guy. I hate to admit that because it makes me feel like a 15-year-old, but I have gotten into that. But yeah, no, we'll just back everything up an hour and a half. Give the guys a chance, maybe catch a nap, get some rest, and not playing until 8 o'clock is not the most ideal thing. But for television and exposure for the program, we agreed to do it.
Poured out that he may visit Texas A&M this weekend, I think is what I saw. Just what kind of player is he? And just let us know like how he could potentially fit if it were to work out.
Yeah, and I want to throw it back to you in a second. I saw that report. So he's a really good player. He averaged like 15 a game at Virginia Tech 3 years ago. Transfers to Memphis. There's the weird COVID year, and then Memphis this year just had like 11 guys that they were trying to play, and they figured out their rotation by the end of the year. But, I think he's going to be 23 here in, in like the fall. And so I think he's looking for a place to go be a primary focal point of the offense. I would ask you, I know Quentin Jackson's obviously leaving, but what do you think, like, what is A&M, what is Buzz looking for in the portal in the offseason? Because, Nolly's a high, like, wants to shoot a lot guy, and that doesn't feel like A&M basketball to me. So I'm curious what your perspective is on what A&M wants out of the portal, or, what holes they feel like they need to fill, because it feels like most everybody else is coming back.
Well, let me ask you this. We're going back and forth like tennis, but he's got a relationship with Buzz from the time at Virginia Tech.
True.
So I would assume if he were to fit in, Buzz knows exactly what he's getting. And how do you replicate a guy that did the bulk of your scoring in Quentin Jackson? Now more of a slasher who could hit the three and play some defense. I haven't really watched Noli play that much, but that being said, if Buzz thinks he could use him, and I think they could use another scorer, absolutely, because it's very hard to replicate what Q did. I think he could fit in nicely based on the very limited stuff I've seen on him and what I've read about him.
No, I think that's spot on. I think that's spot on is first of all, I'll be honest, like, this is just bad work on my part, as I had forgotten that he originally committed and played for Buzz. And I think he stuck around for one more year after Buzz left. So no, I think that probably makes a lot more sense. Listen, you struck gold with Tyrese Radford in terms of a former Buzz guy who comes to A&M, knows what Buzz is about, all that good stuff. So no, I think that makes a lot more sense. And that was kind of my logical thought process, was that, Quentin Jackson did what he did. He was an important part, and he's really the only guy that's gone. I know Marcus Williams hit the portal, but whatever. But he's the one big piece that's gone. So yeah, I think now that you reference that they did, kind of have a history together back at Virginia Tech, it does make sense. The piece fit anyway, but I just, Buzz is all about team and culture and this and that. And so I was surprised that he was even being aggressive in the portal, because, it's always a toss up when you're bringing in a kid to an established program, but maybe that's part of it too, right? I hate to be like a cliche college guy, but like, the culture is established, was established. One guy's not going to mess it up. So maybe if you can bring in a guy that that you've coached, that knows you, that actually does make a lot of sense.
Big picture, this is the guys, it's their only chance once a year to defend their home turf. That's the most exciting part about it. Not just playing in front of friends and family, but being in College Station, and there'll be plenty of people out there watching. It's fun to watch, or fun to see. The energy level comes up. The guys really look forward to it. And there's some pride in what they try to accomplish when they step on traditions together, trying to win the Aggies. So it's fun to see, and they're starting to get excited.
Well, how's Traditions playing right now?
It's playing fast. They've dried it out a little bit. We haven't had a ton of rain. You guys have been here, so it's been pretty dry. So, and especially with the winds blowing, the north wind is a dry wind. So it's sucking a little bit of the moisture out of it. But Tanner and his crew will do a great job. It'll be in great shape for the Aggie.
I know recently you talked about being disappointed about not finishing rounds. How difficult is that too? Because it's one thing to say it, but in the middle of a match, like, it's, how do you finish?
Finishing golf and just like, Buzz will say it, and probably Jimbo speaks to it, but you have to finish plays. You have to finish the job. And in our sport, it's 18 holes. So we want to approach the 18th hole just like it's the 5th hole, or just like it's the 10th hole. It is just a matter of shot to shot, A to B, putting yourself in a position to be successful, eliminate the noise, and calm yourself down and execute. And that's what we try to do from hole 1 through hole 18. And it's not different than a lot of other sports, other than the fact that it's just one guy playing a golf course. But it really is just a matter of focusing, calming yourself down, and handling that moment.
I want to return to your team, but that kind of jogs my memory and something I wanted to talk to you about with the Masters going on, and the talk about Tiger coming back, and apparently his swing looks great. He's playing great, but physically, and what is he, 46, 47 years old, to be able to, and not play in such a long time, and to come back from what he went through, the toll that it takes on your body, especially past your 30s.
Well, the Masters is so hilly. It's probably to the man out there, they'll tell you it's if not the hardest walk on tour, it's one of the hardest walks on tour. I'm sure Tiger could hop in a cart and play 18 holes and have no problem, the way his golf swing looks, and he takes care of himself. So hopefully he can handle the walk. It's good to see him back on the course. I know it's kind of created a buzz, and man, Tiger's Tiger. He's elevated golf to places it's never been. So I wish him well.
Can you pay attention to both? Like, I mean, obviously you're so focused on what you all are doing, but like, do you check Twitter maybe, or like, how do you kind of know?
The guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to check because they're going to let me know what's going on. William Pacey is a golf nut. His brother, who played for us, is out there now watching the Masters. So I think they're still there, and his family went out for the practice rounds because Andrew Pacey, who played for us, married Callie Scheffler, who's Scotty Scheffler's sister. So they've got some access that a lot of people don't have. So I get a lot of recommendations and information and updates from the Paceys.
So last year, Walker and Sam individually won the Aggie, and the team obviously had a very emotional win. Just take us through that, and how nice would it be to be able to repeat?
Winning in our sport's hard. So whether we do it at home or on the road, when you get a chance to win, you just, as a coach, I say this all the time. I need to do a better job of enjoying those. But to win at home, it's just a little different feeling. Families here, the guys' families are around. It's your home turf. It's someplace that you feel like this should be the place that if you're going to do something great, this would be one of the places you'd pick. So just a feeling you get. It's kind of a feeling, not just a relief, but kind of elation. Like, yeah, I did that. That was cool to be a part of.
All right, we'll come back with. All right, fine, guys. Give me a quick sports take and tell the kids what to do.
Are you telling them what to do?
Sure, they're gonna find us on social media, and then they're gonna like.
They're already on social
subscribe,
media if they're watching.
Retweet,
That's fair.
Yeah.
whatever. Like, subscribe, retweet, comment, share. I think I got them all that
I
time.
think you did get them all.
We're not.
Look at
It's
that.
not Twitter. It is YouTube. There's no retweeting on YouTube.
We're old.
I almost had it. I am old. In social media
Here's
terms.
your sports take. Ag sweep Kentucky.
Yes.
Aggie softball wins the series.
Tiger wins the Masters.
We get out of the spring game scot-free from injuries.
Oh man, A+ weekend.
And DJ wins a green jacket.
All right.
But Tiger would be fun, Tiger's in the run on Sunday.
Hey, I
It's
just
gonna
like
be
to see
fun.
Tiger on Sunday
It's
relevant.
Tiger-
Not teeing off at 6
Tiger
in the morning.
in red on Sunday in the last group or two. Ooh,
Yes.
that's good TV.
Well, this is PGA Radio. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you guys mañana.